Hold on. Oh, I accidentally turned this off. Okay, jeez. Sorry. Okay, as always, I'm gonna share it. Hold on. Okay, it's up there now. How is everyone? My kid had an owie. This is some Band-Aid stuff that I've never cleaned up. A few people wanted to be a part of the YouTube live. Let me get that right there, right? It's the YouTube live. Let me get that right there, right? Instead of where I had it. And they said that they were not able to be a part of it, so now I announced it. God, this makes me like 1,000 pounds heavier. Oh my gosh, I spilled ice cream on it, didn't I? I did. Whatever, I don't even care. People wanted to be a part of it, and they kept not knowing when I was going to do a live, so I announced it, and here I am, doing a live chat. So please, I rushed home so I could do it, because I forgot I said I was going to do it, because I always forget. I'm like notorious for forgetting. Let me go brush my hair. So anyways, yeah, I rushed home so I could see you guys, or rather hear from you guys. If anybody joins tonight, let me check on it. Well, that's a little disappointing. Well, unfortunately, I checked my notifications. All I have is a message that says, "Would you ever do anal?" That's nice. Well, if anybody decides to show up, I'll be here. I'll just sit here until somebody decides to join in. Remember, you do have to be logged in to be able to chat. Always have to say that reminder, because people always forget, or they just don't know. I don't know. There's some dogs, man. What are they barking about? Oh, hi. Someone that just came into the chat. Oh my god. I'm gonna yell at these dogs. One sec. Shush. Sorry about that. It's me. Give some lovin' to the puppies. No, they're mean to me. They try to bite me and my kids. Sorry, Roy. You'll cuddle them? Fine, cuddle them. They're really gross. And they're mean. They hate people. I'm not a... Yo, what's up? Good to see ya. Good to see you too, Aaron. What are you doing tonight, Aaron? You said, well, you said you weren't doing anything. What, are you off work, I guess? You'd have to be, huh? And Roy, when do you sleep? Because you were still up at like, I don't know what time last night, but I know you're up pretty late. I am. No work for the next few days. I'm just chilling tonight. Why? Is it like your weekend or something? Usually take a nap during work. Roy, that's not good. If I was your boss, I'd fire you, Roy. Probably not, but I can pretend like I'm tough. Also, if you see the stain on my shirt, yeah, I did spill ice cream on it. Yep, don't have the typical days off. Oh, you don't have the typical days off. Let them fire you? No, you don't want typho. Yeah, no, I have typhos all the time. You don't want to be fired, okay? Take my word for it. If newer employers see that on your record or whatever, they won't hire you. Nope. Getting fired sucks. Yeah, I know. I've been out of a job for 6 months because I was fired. You'd hire me? Hire me to do what? Do I really want to know? Give me a job. Hey, give me a job. I need one. Engineering stuff. Yeah. Well, I'm afraid you'd be fixing all my mistakes. All my engineering stuff mistakes, Roy. Because I don't know the first thing about engineering of any kind. So, Aaron, what are you going to do tomorrow? I'll do the math. You do the writing. All right. I can do that. If you could just pick a job, what would it be? I really like public working in public organizations. I also like, tomorrow I have nothing planned. Probably just gonna skate if the weather permits. We'll have fun. I've never really skated. I've never really tried my hand at skating. But I did use my kids' scooters that I got them for Christmas to go to like a skateboarding park, and then I fell. So I don't think I would make a very good skater girl. See you later, girl. Get it? Am I funny? That was an Avril Lavigne reference. Maybe you didn't listen to Avril Lavigne. It's okay. It's all part of the process. LOL. Gotta just keep getting back up. I don't want to get back up. If you saw the bruises that my body produced, you would be like, ugh. Yeah, don't skate. Casualize. Haha, Avril Lavigne was my childhood crush. Carla Vincent, he just signed in time for your joke. Oh, I'm always telling jokes, Mr. Vincent. Probably too many. Actually, too many jokes. But I was class clown my senior year in the yearbook. Maybe I'm not that funny, but I did get voted class clown. Those dogs. They kill me. They'll do this in the middle of the night and I just... drives me nuts. Roy, they're not puppies. They're full-grown dogs. And like I said, they're not very nice. Damn, who let the dogs out? They're not out. They live next door. They're waking up my kids. Big puppies, you mean? Not bug puppies? Sorry. Yeah. Oh my god. YouTube makes me yawn. Okay, so I want to do a YouTube video of job, like interviewing people. Those yawns are contagious. Did you yawn, Aaron, after I yawned? Interviewing people about their job, specifically the horror stories of their job. So I always ask people, what is the worst thing that has happened to you at your job? Or what's the worst experience you've had? When I moved out of one of my rent houses, I asked the landlord, I was like, so what's the worst renter experience you've ever had? And he was like, Josie, because, you know, people have already figured out my name because I accidentally slipped it out. Josie, let me tell you. And I was like, please tell me. Anyway, he was like, I had this morbidly obese woman living in one of my rent houses. Okay, fine, whatever. I have no idea where this is going. And basically she didn't show up to work one day. And then she didn't show up the next day. So they're like, oh, let's do a welfare check. Well, they go in her house. So she only worked like twice a week or something. And she had been in her house for almost a week, dead, in an armchair, like in a recliner. And her bodily fluids. Okay, first of all, he said the air conditioner stopped working. Or it wasn't on, I don't know. Whatever. She was in the sweltering heat. Her bodily fluids had like soaked into the armchair and into the wood floor, and like was in a very intense stage of, are you sure you want to stop streaming? Gosh, why does this always give me trouble? Of like decomposition. Anyway, he said it was a horror to deal with, and he just got the body out and like the furniture out. Obviously he didn't get the body out, but like the coroner or whatever got the body out. And then he just opened up all the windows and let the house air out for a year because it stunk so bad. Yeah, and it turns out he had tried to get me to move into that rent house previously, and I'm so glad I didn't, because I don't know. I'm not one for moving into houses where people died in. Yeah, that's disgusting, Aaron. It was, when he told me that, I was like, thanks for sharing, even though I did ask. And then one time, I had a friend that was an ER nurse, Maybe I shouldn't share this. Should I share this? I'll share it anyways, because I like to overshare. She said that there was a lady that came in for, I don't even know what, but anyways, they found a cockroach in her vajayjay, like a fossilized cockroach. It had been in there for so long. I don't, fossilize is an over exaggeration, but it was dead and it had like hard stuff growing around it. Is that not disgusting? I could have gone my whole life without knowing that, and now the information is inside of your brains too. So do with it what you will. Should I stop there? Should I just stop with the horror stories? Yes, no. Brain fossilized? Wasn't a brain, Carlo. It was a cockroach, and it was in her vagina. Okay, more please. I'm trying to think what other horror story. That poor woman. Maybe she put it in there. Maybe she did, Aaron. Never know. I'm trying to think. I don't know why I say that. Probably because I say stuff before I think. I need to get a filter installed to like filter out my thoughts that are inappropriate. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Does anybody have a horror story they want to share? That's why you were here, I guess. You guys are never gonna purchase anything from me ever again, are you? Am I repulsive now? Do you find me repulsive? Nobody's answering. Not repulsive. Thank you, Carlo. Okay. You've heard worse, Eddie. Nothing of that caliber, but I work in a warehouse and people routinely potty on themselves. Why? I know what warehouse you work in. It's because they have very limited break times. Is that right, Aaron? Is that why they go to the bathroom on themselves? Because they don't have a time for a break. Yes. That's crazy. Had a motivated coworker in his late 50s who always showed up early to work and was always punctual. I was in the office next to him and was just asked, what? Asked to go see if he was okay. Poor guy died at his desk. Oh my God. He worked himself to death. I bet that's a joke they always said, that he worked himself to death, even though that's not funny. I mean, it's kind of funny, but damn, that's awful too. Okay, I have another one. This is from my brother. The beekeeper. I will never forget that. Yeah. Why would you forget that? That's very significant. That would be a very significant day for me too. Couple of guys died at their desk at my job. Yikes. Man, maybe I haven't lived long enough to have people die while I don't have a job, but okay, here's another one. So, my brother, who worked for a city a while back, worked in the water department basically, and he had sent someone a notice that their water usage was really high. And then a few days later, he gets a call from the police. He was like, hello, city of blah, 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 how can I help you? It was the police, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward, they were like, when did you put that noticed on their door that they had high water usage, because you always do that if there's a leak. Like, there's usually a leak, or like something in the house is running. Well, he was like, well, I did that like a week ago. Turns out the guy had died while he was taking a shower, and the water just obviously kept running. And when the police finally went in there, his skin had just started peeling off, because you know how you turn into a prune whenever you're in the shower or the bath, or if you stay in there too long, your skin turns all pruny and gross. Well, this guy's skin just was like rotting off, because not rotting off, I guess flaking off, maybe rotting too, because it'd been like a week, and just all in the shower, just everywhere, and really gross. So yeah. Anyway, sweet dreams. Just kidding. I haven't seen any of this. I've never seen someone die. Yeah, really crazy stuff, George. So much for shower fantasies. I mean, you can still have a shower fantasy. You might also have a necrophilia fantasy if it's after hearing this. Well, heard about someone. Yes, I've heard a lot, I guess. Heard a lot of stories. But I ask, too. I'm like, so, what's the nitty-gritty? Tell me. Because I'm nosy. I always feel awkward drinking water in front of people. So what else? Morbid curiosity. We all got it. Yeah. Exactly. I had a friend that worked for a police department in a very large city, and would always have to deal with some crazy, crazy stuff. Some horrifying stuff. And he also did polygraphing for sex offenders on the side, which was actually made more money than his day job. But those stories were the worst too, and I'm not gonna, I won't bring those up because I don't know how some people take that stuff, but they're horrifying. When I was growing up playing baseball, the umpire was walking into the field and died of... Oh my god! That's horrible. Do you still play baseball after that, Aaron? I don't think I would. Seems like a high-stress sport. Yeah, I traumatized a whole field full of kids. No kidding. That's the way to go, I guess. He died doing what he loved. I played through high school. Oh. Well, I guess you weren't traumatized that bad. Well, anyways, I'll answer like 3 or 4 more questions. What's your Halloween costume? I don't have a Halloween costume. I just have to, like, serve my kids by carrying them when they get tired and pulling them in a wagon or a stroller or something. So maybe I should just have like a cardboard sign that says, "How can I serve you?" And that'll be my Halloween costume. You should dress as Cruella and the kids' dogs and stuff. That would actually be pretty cute. Are you saying I look like Cruella, Carlo? If so, I'm not sure if I like you anymore. Totally joking. I still like you, Carlo. However, I really hope you don't. Cruella is hot. Is this a fetish? Is this another fetish? Anyway, I'm not being anything for Halloween. Are there any more questions? I'll answer a few more, and then I'll call it a night, because I think my phone, God, I always do that every time. Won't show my battery life. John, what's my battery life? John will send me a message telling me what my battery life is in a second. Or rather, maybe comment it, because I don't think it'll show up a message. Sorry, I know you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to think of any more stories that I could tell you. Good night, Carl. What are you guys going to be for Halloween? Do you dress up? Also, what brought you to Reddit? Engineer for you. You're going to dress up as an engineer, Roy. That's great. And can everybody put their age in the comments? Classes and all. My Reddit analytics, I looked at what they were, and there was only one age range, which I thought was kind of weird and possibly inaccurate. I have been a priest and a cop recently. Roy, do I know your age? I mean, I know you've told me your age, but I forgot. Carlo, those are some epic costumes. Memes brought me to Reddit, just never stopped using it. Lots of useful info. Been using for long. You're 28. Hey, Aaron, you and I are almost the same age. I'm 27, even though people think I'm 45. All right. No, they think I'm 32. And that's when I tell them to tread lightly. I'm like, go easy on me, because I always know they're going to guess older. And then they'll be like 32, thinking that they're guessing really young. And I'm like, I'm 27. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you look so effing old. Yeah. And then my feelings get hurt. You're 22, Eddie. What? The beekeeper? Eddie, you're so young. The beekeeper, 31. Okay, we're kind of in the same age range. Even if you said you were like 26 and a half, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're so young. All right, well, 22 with the body paint of a middle-aged man. What have you been doing? Eddie's lived a hard life. Seriously, why do you have so much body pain? What have you been doing? Construction? Okay, yeah, I can understand that. That makes sense. All right, well, I'm going to call it a night. Feel free to message me on Reddit, not here. And I hope everybody has a good day tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? I think it is. Yeah. So, good night.